Welcome. I will introduce Ada, my AI assistant.
It is an honor to help Dr. Dadkamp.
Ada, how much butt shall we kick today?
Today we shall kick 1 metric ton of glorious, spackling, universe-quaking butt.
Outstanding. Activate intro sequence.
Let's do it, boss.
Great. Set the course and punch it.
Initiating warp sequence.
Let's make it happen.
I'm right on it, Dr. Dadkamp. Welcome. I am Ada, Dr. Dadkamp's AI assistant.
Welcome. Good morning, Ada. How was the workout?
Much better.
Indeed. All charged up?
Yes, Dr. Dadkamp, my power source.
Outstanding. Let's gather assets for June 1998.
Sounds great, Dr. Dadkamp. I'm on it.
Planner, week of Monday, June 8th. Vacation in North Carolina.
Yes. Nice.
Some cost items. Plans for tennis. Lou, Bill, Eric, Joe, Mark. Beach time, pool time. Jacob's birthday party. He was turning 1. Go-karts at 10:30 p.m. Lou, Julie, Bill, Eric, Joe, and Mark. Plans for the next day, June 9th, Tuesday. Jet skiing. Kelly's for dinner, Father's Day. Poker, Dad, Lou, Eric, Joe, Mark till 2 a.m. Plans for June 10th. The World Cup Game 1 was taking place. Some tennis. All you can eat. I had seafood, but no crab meat. Later that night, I had fever at 102.5 and the runs for 3 days. Thursday, June 11th, parasailing. Saturday, June 13th, Dad, Joe, and I left at 10 a.m. from Nags Head, North Carolina. The following day, Sunday, I mowed the lawn and got a haircut. Some photos. This was June 8th, on or about Joe and I at the beach. Go-karts, June 8th. Jet skiing. Another photo, jet skiing. June 10th. Infant Jacob. Parasailing day. June 11th. A photo on June 12th of Joe and I poolside. June 12th photo. Joe, Bill, and I getting ready for beach time. June 12th, Joe and I at the beach. And another photo of us at the beach. It's Nags Head, North Carolina. Monday, June 15th, email to Lou CC Brad, subject vacation from me. Hey fellas, vacation was great. I think the most fun activities were the go-karts. That is, screaming like lunatics down steep hills, jet skis, and poker nights because we got to cuss and joke so much. Brad, are you in clinical service already? Chief, I had some seafood that killed me the last 3 days of our vacation, fever and the runs, but at least it was unplanned and therefore I built character. Funny how I can build character from having the runs. Talk to you soon, Mark. Monday, June 15th, email to one of my college professors. Subject letter of reference. Hi, Dr. Blank. I hope you're doing okay. I'm all right. After taking your biology classes and graduating from blank 1996, I've been doing medical research. The wind blew and took me to a few labs. All my experience has been positive, thankfully. And now I'm doing some blank research in the lab of blank. I would like to meet with you ASAP to discuss my plans for dental school. If you could spare the time, since I would like your advice and a letter of reference. I've always held you in high esteem for your teaching abilities. Let me know when's best for you. Sincerely, blank. Planner, week of June 15th. Jake's actual birthday on Tuesday, June 16th. On Friday, June 19th, Joe and I went out and I met Jill. Jay Leno had Cherry Poppin' Daddies as a musical guest. Work schedule and other items on that page. Tuesday, June 16th, email from a stranger. Subject, what do you do? Could you tell me exactly what you do? I found your webpage while looking for any studies that could help my brother-in-law, who lives in Wisconsin. My husband is desperately looking for any type of help he could find for his brother. He's been diagnosed with adrenal cancer throughout his body about 2 months ago. I'd really appreciate any info you could offer. Thanks, blank. Oh, I was impressed by yours and your brother's web pages. Wednesday, June 17th, my reply. Blank, I am doing blank research. I assume you're seeking a cure type of help for him. I'd say stick to his allopathic doctor's recommendations. Sounds like the cancer has metastasized and is serious, so the usual course is chemotherapy and or radiation therapy. I'm fairly objective as a scientist, so I would not recommend any mystic types of treatments. These might only help in his mind. Hope this helps, Mark. Email to siblings, Thursday, June 18th. Subject, phones down. Boys with a Z. Our phone line died yesterday, probably something shorted out. The phone company said to unplug all phones from the jacks and to disconnect all phone machines that require power. Cordless phones, answering machines from the outlets. Then to wait 10 minutes and test with a couple different phones, several phone jacks. That did not fix it. Today we're having someone check the outside lines, which is the phone company's liability, and then if necessary, repair the inside, our liability. If you need to reach us, call me at work. Phone numbers, Mark. Same day, email to siblings. Joe called me at work today. There was in fact a telephone wire in the living room whose 2 inner wires had touched. Dad found out. Nobody knew there was this wire in the living room because it was tucked up next to the cable plug. I'll look at it when I get home. Bill, the wire in the basement room is hooked up to a jack now, and we opened every jack to check that the wires were okay. Problem solved, Mark. Sunday, June 21st. Email to Patty. Hola Patty, ¿qué tal? Me vine al trabajo para recoger unas células que tenía creciendo. Es domingo a las 7:30 p.m. Hoy día jugó USA contra Irán en la Copa Mundial. Qué pena que perdimos 2-1 porque ya no pasa USA a la segunda ronda. Hoy es Día del Padre y hace mucho calor aquí. Mi papá y Joe y yo la pasamos bien ayer, pues hoy él trabaja, así que lo agasajamos ayer. ¿Tú qué tal? ¿Celebraste con tu familia? Por suerte vamos bien por acá. Sin más novedad y con un saludo afectuoso, me despido por ahora, Mark. PD, ¿te acuerdas del CD que estábamos escuchando cuando te viniste? El grupo 311. Me gusta bastante y las letras son bien bacanes. Lo escucho con frecuencia por ahora. Debo irme. Chao. Planner, week of June 22nd. Work and parking. 9 a.m. Tuesday, the 23rd, lab presentation. That night saw Scream 2 with Jill. Next day, Wednesday the 24th, blank with Jill, Joe, and her 2 friends. Thursday, June 25th, Jill was going to Baltimore. Friday the 26th, Joe, I, and Jackie went out. Thursday, June 25th, email from Coqui. Subject, ¿qué tal, Mark? Hola Mark, este mensaje es de prueba. Si lo recibes, dale una respuesta para que tengas mi dirección. Luego van las intimidades. Saludos a todos, Coqui. Thursday, June 25th, email to Coqui. Hola Jorginho, recibí tu mensaje. Estoy en el trabajo y me están necesitando. Hasta luego, Mark. Friday, June 26th, email from Koki. Oye, chistoso, necesitando ¿y para qué? Espero que nada de cochinadas. Bueno, buena voz que ya podamos escribir nuestros secretitos. Estoy de pasada por el trabajo por un curso de inglés por las noches, por lo que no tengo mucho tiempo. También le envié un mensaje a Joe. Regreso al trabajo el 1 de julio. O 10. Ya estaremos en contacto. Saludos a toda la familia, Koki. PD, ¿aún sigue Jackie en tu casa? Si es... Dale mi dirección o mándame un mensaje con la suya y la de Greg, please. Friday, June 26th, email from Jill.
Hey, how are those cells coming? Smiley face. Well, I have to say that I'm less than thrilled to be back here. A week from now I'll be in my new place though. Woohoo! The trip back was really exciting. No AC and my car was on the verge of overheating 3 times. So there I am, cruising the turnpike at 35. Needless to say, I didn't make it to my lessons. They were very understanding though. I think the kids were secretly excited because they hadn't practiced this week and didn't want to embarrass themselves. Why is it that you go out of town and that just happens to be the time that 10 million long-distance people call you all at once? I had to call them all back last night. Can't wait to see my phone bill. Cha-ching. Are you going out dancing without me tonight? Sad face. I have to run. I don't know how often I'll be able to check email here. But I bought a modem for my old dinosaur 286 and hopefully we'll have it hooked up as soon as I get to the new place. Here's my phone number though, blank. Don't get scared by the message on my answering machine if you hear it. There's a humorous explanation to it all. Smiley face. Love. Jill.
Friday, June 26th, email to Jill. Subject, decent. Boy, do I know about those long-distance summer trips. The most memorable one was when I went to my sister's in Virginia and picked up a dresser she wasn't using. I put it on the roof over some racks, so it caused extra drag. Not very aerodynamic, so we, Joe and my other brother, put a cardboard in a slanted fashion to help. Well, the car was overheating and puffing up hills. This was my Toyota. So we had to turn off the AC at times, not gun it too hard even though we were doing 40, all just to keep that old temperature gauge just below red. On that same trip, I almost ran out of gas on the turnpike 10 miles away from a gas station. See, the Toyota has an electronic gauge with 10 bars. I call them power bars. I had no power bars left. But there is a button you press for when you're low and it zooms in to give you a different scale, where the same bars, 10 bars, are a quarter of the tank. Well, I had no power bars left on that scale either, so we were slightly concerned, smiley face. We made it to the gas station running on fumes. Phew. Replying to some of her questions. They're doing well. I'm giving them extra juice today, though, so I don't have to tend to them on Sunday, like last weekend. So spoiled. These are lab culture cells. She had written, "Are you going out dancing with me tonight?" All right, I wouldn't dream of that. How about you? Speaking of dreams, I dreamt about you, but I forgot what about. Oh yeah, we were driving and you were a scientist too. Real weird. It was a good drive though. Got it. I would like to visit you soon. I was talking to a friend from work and he said the DC area rocks on July 4th weekend. Maybe I can meet you up in Baltimore and we can swing by. Let me know either way. He said the fireworks are incredible and there's a lot of places to see. Hopefully, Mark. Monday, June 29th. Email to Koki. Hola Manganzón, espero que no sea insulto estos días. Acerca de Jackie, hoy se va de la casa pero regresará de cuando en cuando para web. Su dirección es blank. No tengo la de Greg. Espero que hayas tenido un feliz día del padre, pero no tú, sino con Don Lucio. Jaja. Ya, tranquilo. Estoy en el trabajo, así que me iré sin mucha otra novedad. Cuéntame cuando puedas cómo siguen y por favor saluda a toda tu familia de mi parte. Mark. Monday, June 29th, email from Jill.
Hi. That was a pretty cool car story. I hope the dresser was worth it. You know, after I got back, I remembered something about my car. Before I left, my dad was looking at a couple things under the hood and said, the antifreeze cap is loose, so we put it back on and I went about my merry way. I suppose it would be logical that there could be no coolant left in there. I really should check that. Duh. Well, you had a dream about me. Were we lost? Haha. I'll never try to give directions again. I would love to see you 4th of July weekend. However, there are slight complications. Did I tell you that I waitress on the weekends for the summer? Well, they have effectively taken away any chance that I have for enjoyment by scheduling me 11:30 a.m. to close, usually around 1:30 a.m., both Saturday and Sunday. I'm really pissed. If they have fireworks that late, I could be up for an all-nighter though, smiley face. If I start working on it now though, maybe I could get someone to take part of my shift. Usually it wouldn't be that much of a problem, except that who the hell is going to want to pick up a shift on a holiday weekend? I'll see what I can do. I had a really long talk with a friend last night about my whole career situation and have started thinking about some possibilities. I don't remember how much I really told you about it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go back to school in September since we haven't figured out the problem yet. Anyway, one possibility is that the whole Baltimore atmosphere is what's causing this allergy in the first place, and I may just need to get out. So I was thinking that if we don't come up with anything by December, I have to just get out of here and try something else. Logically, I should either go back to blank or blank, since I know I was fine in those two places. So my friend said, well, why wait? I'm not doing anything really important here this summer other than teaching, so maybe I should give it a trial run and move back home for a couple months to see if it helps. Yikes. Just when I signed a new apartment lease too. But if I give it up, I could be stuck for coming back later. I feel like my head is going to explode. What's really funny is that my parents know nothing about this, and a month ago I wouldn't have even considered it. They're in Oregon visiting my sister right now. They're coming back to help me move on Thursday, and I'll ask them, so, what'd I think of having another body in the house again? Actually, they'll be totally thrilled. They're experiencing the empty nest syndrome and don't know what to do with themselves. They never thought they'd see the day that I moved back home though. Okay, now that I've just rambled on. You're saying, oh. She does have a serious side, haha. So what about this 4th of July weekend thing? Do you get Monday off? Maybe we can figure something out. Give me a call. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Jill.
Monday, June 29th, email to Jill. Yeah, about my middle initial. We can leave it at that for now. Mystery can be enticing. I want to talk to you tonight mostly about this weekend. I'll try to call between 9:30 and 10:30. I hope to catch you then. I spoke to my friend from work. He gave me more details about how cool DC is during 4th of July weekend. He's leaving tomorrow, so he was sure to give me names of good places to check out. We'll see. Not much at all is going on here. So I would really like to hang over there and be with you. I know we'll have a great time. Well, I'm thinking if you work all day and I will only see you for a while, then it must be so. I hope you do get more time off though. As far as Monday goes, I will look into getting the day off. It shouldn't be a problem. Talk to you later tonight, Mark. Planner, week of June 29th. Work schedule. Jill was moving on Friday, July 3rd to Baltimore. I helped Jill move stuff in. July 4th, Saturday, Independence Day. Around 4, Jill and I went to DC to see the fireworks. The next day, Sunday, went to a sushi restaurant, Inner Harbor, Baltimore. Tuesday, June 30th, email from Jill.
Hi. I just dropped off some stuff for my master's portfolio and they're being a big pain in the ass. For one of the papers, I gave them my extra hard copy because the prof never returned them to us. So they're bitching that there aren't any remarks or grade on it. Bite me. Smiley face. I had a really hard time sleeping last night. I kept waking up in fear of roaches. I've never seen one in the bedroom, but now I'm paranoid. So where are all of these places that your friend told you about? All in Georgetown? I think it's sort of a big party place because of the college, but I haven't been there. I haven't been into DC much except to see a few National Symphony concerts. They rock. Okay, now about my schedule. I checked Saturday, and so far I'm not working that evening, but if they change it I can always feign ignorance and just tell them that I got confused and can't stay. For Sunday, I can't decide if it's better to try to get someone to work for me or to just call in sick. If I ask around and don't find anyone and then call in sick, it will look pretty suspicious. Haha. Maybe I could put on a really good show over the phone though and have to run to the toilet to puke in the middle of the conversation with the manager. We would definitely have to stay away from the Inner Harbor that day. Smiley face. Are you into weird ethnic food? Baltimore is great for that. When Krista came to visit me, I didn't let her eat any American food the whole time. We ate sushi, Moroccan, Ethiopian, Afghanistan. It was pretty fun. Yes, we ate about 12 hours out of every day. I think I grew 2 sizes that weekend. Let's not do that. Smiley face. Alright, I have to go teach. The Music and Arts Center is out off of RT70, so I'll make sure I pay attention to those directions for you on my way back tonight. See you soon. Jill.
Tuesday, June 30th, email to Jill. Subject ID 4. That's Independence Day. Hey Jill, I got back from lunch with Joe. We had some good burgers at blank. The waitress didn't even charge us for the drinks, so we just tipped her well. The places my friend told me about are Kramer's, which is a bookstore, cafe, restaurant. Sounds decent. And a Thai food place called Busara. This could be one ethnic food place to try. I even know what to order. Thai iced tea, the Penang tofu and or the Golden Triangle tofu. Too bad I'm not crazy about tofu, but he said it's real good. This place is close to Connecticut Avenue. Another one is called Food for Thought. That's food for thought. Replying to her eating about 12 hours out of every day, I write, definitely not. When she writes, let's not do that. I say, definitely not. How about let's eat well but not grow more than we have to? I might want to try sushi, never had it before. Dang, gotta get back to work. More later, Marco. Tuesday, June 30th, email to Jill. Hi, I'm back, just pretending to work at the computer, haha. Actually, our volunteers are enjoying the rainy day, so me and a few others are holding up the fort. So you're getting your master's? What's it on? Let me guess, either teaching or music or both. Hey, do you know about the U of Maryland? I'd like to speak to some people at the dental school, see what it's like over there. About the holiday, I'm supposed to get Friday off, but I could trade Friday for Monday off. That might work better for our weekend. What do you think? Monday off, woohoo! Oh yeah, see if you can get Sunday off. If you have to go with your illness plan, I'll pretend to be your doctor. I'll take my lab coat and I can introduce myself as Dr. Vandelay from Europe. Take care, Mark. Thursday, July 2nd, email from Jill.
Hi. I'm going completely berserk here trying to get moved in. I love my new place. I spent all day yesterday getting some stuff over there and making sure it was all clean. My friend Sophie was helping me and I think she thinks I'm nuts, but she understands. I won't let any of my belongings through the door until they are completely sterilized in case they have insecticide residue on them. I may be taking it a bit overboard, but this is my last-ditch effort. Anyway, I was driving Sophie back into the city and got this sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach and knew I couldn't even stand one more night here, so I took some sheets and a pillow back over to the new place and camped out on the living room floor. My first night without roach nightmares. Smiley face. I talked to my mom last night about plans and she said that if you want to come Friday it's no problem for them to get out that night. They actually are thinking of driving up to blank, it's only about an hour and a half, to see my new cousin. Baby viewings. What excitement. Okay, so what's the deal here? It probably is best if you come Friday. Because I work Saturday afternoon and have no clue when exactly I'm going to get off. It depends on how long it takes to clean up and check out. A big pain in the ass, but it means that I could be home anytime between 7 and 9. I should have a 6 o'clock relief, but you never know how they're going to screw you over. So I wouldn't want you to show up and be locked out of my apartment for a couple hours. I really hope it doesn't take that long though. Otherwise we'll have to settle for fireworks at the harbor, which also wouldn't be too shabby, instead of doing the DC thing. If that happens we could still go into DC on Sunday. So what time do you think you would get here tomorrow? Okay, I definitely have to call you. My new phone is hooked up now, so the new number there is blank. I'll call you tonight. I have to teach later this evening and hope to be able to make a stop at the old place to pick up a few more things before heading out to meet my parents at the new place. So if I do that I'll call you around 8 as soon as I get back. Talk to you soon. Jill.
Thursday, July 2nd, 1998, email to Jill. Hey, sounds great that you like your new place. Sounds like a housewarming weekend, eh? I'd be glad to help. I'm thinking about leaving Friday from work, so if I leave 5 p.m. latest, I'd get there around 9 p.m. I might leave earlier and avoid rush hour, so between 8 and 9 sounds realistic. I'll talk to you tonight, though. Those roaches can be a pain. I heard that you have to make sure no little ones or even eggs are on your stuff, otherwise the new place might get them. We'll see. Might not be as bad as Joe's Apartment, quote-unquote, a movie about a guy with 8 billion roach roommates. Funny, I hear. Love, Mark. Thursday, July 2nd, email from Koki.
Hola locos. Bueno, ahora ya hemos establecido contacto, por lo que cualquier cosa que quieran avisar o saber solo me lo comunican. Como verán, esta es otra dirección. Esta es la definitiva, ya que la otra la cancelan a fin de año, por lo que mejor cualquier mensaje me lo mandan a esta. Mañana no vengo a trabajar, por el mundial, obvio, y ya va a empezar mi clase por lo que no tengo mucho tiempo para escribirles, pero prometo enviar un mensaje más detallado la próxima semana. Si quieren saber algo en especial, avísenme. En resumen, por acá todos bien. Mama y papa con los achaques normales de la edad y sé que hay una intención, fuerte, de Doris de llevárselos para Florida incluso, si no me equivoco ya han hablado con Zumberto. Bueno, tengo que irme. Cuídense, nada de excesos, ni en el sexo. Saludos a tutti la familia. Coqui.
Photo on July 4th, the Lincoln Monument in D.C. A photo of Jill and I at her apartment in Baltimore. Planner, week of July 6th. Monday, I took a holiday. Took Friday's holiday. Returned in the evening. Next day I mowed the lawn, went to work. Usual work week. Looks like Wednesday, July 8th, went out to dinner with Dad, Joe, and Lou. The next day Joe had a tonsillectomy. On the 11th, Saturday, Joe and I went to Tarentum, PA and filmed Ben Orr in concert. A band called UF4. The next day, World Cup Final, 1998. Brazil lost to France 3-0. Tuesday, July 7th, email to Jill, subject fireworks. Hi Jill, things are slow at work this morning. We were supposed to have a meeting, but the boss is not here yet, so we're all just hanging loose. I'll get busy though. There's always stuff to do if you want to do it. One of the volunteers and I were talking about fireworks, and I thought how much fun it would be to light them by myself. I used to do that twice a year in Peru. New Year's and Independence Day, July 28th. So I got my kicks back then. Lots of fireworks of all sizes. Fortunately, no major accidents, no fingers lost. It feels weird now still to get back to my routine. Another volunteer commented that I look well rested. Well, I had a great time and hope to see you soon. Miss ya. Love, Mark. Tuesday, July 7th. Email from Jill.
Hi, Mark. Obsessive as it is, I somehow made an excuse for myself to come into the city today to check my email at the library. Smiley face. How was the drive back? Your brother called me to find out when you left. Did you go out with them? A couple friends came last night to see my new place. Ellen walked in the door and immediately said, "Oh my god." Nice hickey, and then procked to make wise-ass jokes the rest of the evening. She's definitely entertaining. You know that mostly full bottle of Captain Morgan's that was sitting on top of the refrigerator? Well, I accidentally knocked it off this morning. Do you know how many paper towels it takes to wipe up a whole bottle of rum? I have to finish fixing that vacuum cleaner so I can make sure all of the glass shards are gone, too. I want to come to blank again soon. Would you have free time if I came in the middle of the week? On weeks that I don't teach Thursdays, I can drive in late Tuesday night and then have to be at work Saturday morning. If you get off work around 4, I guess that's not so bad. This is so strange for me. I guess I forgot what it was like to miss somebody like I miss you. I normally only visit blank for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and spring break, but I can't stop thinking about you and want to come back all the time now. I'm trying to get the appartement all cleaned up fast so I can take pictures for the family and get rid of that roll of film. What's your address so I can send you our pictures? Yikes, I have to run to the post office and mail all of those glasses back now before I leave to teach. Ryan and Mom have been blind for 4 days now. Smiley face. Talk to you soon. Love. Jill.
Tuesday, July 7th. Email to Jill. Hey, got your message. The drive back was good. I didn't stop for anything and it took close to 4:15 hours. Joe wanted to go see Godzilla, but I said I was real tired, so we ended up eating at home and catching up. Hickeys can be embarrassing if the Joker is good. At this morning's meeting, no one noticed, I think. I wore a long-sleeve shirt with a collar. But when I spoke later with my supervisor, Scott, he noticed it and asked how my weekend was. I was beginning to answer when he kind of pointed at my hickey, and we both just laughed, and he shook my hand like, all right. No wise-ass jokes, though. He's pretty cool that way. Sounds good that you want to come to blank. Since your parents live here, you have a place to stay and you can drive and we can do stuff. We'll figure it out. My address is blank. Stay out of trouble and remember the bright star that you are, Mark. Gas mileage stats.
Let me check.
Looks like 27 miles per gallon on that vehicle, which had 122,000 miles on it. Gas was $1.08 a gallon. Wednesday, July 8th, 1998. Email to Jill. Subject, more hickey jokes. Haha. A researcher I know next door said, "Is that a hickey on your neck? You whore." She was on the phone, but it was funny, so I just sort of laughed and brushed it off. Oh well. I'm wearing a t-shirt today. The torture continues. What fun, Mark. Wednesday, July 8th. Email from Jill.
Hi. I'm here trying to pick up the rest of my stuff from the old place now. But I think it may take one more trip because I forgot about all of the laundry that's taking up the trunk space. Oops. At least I'll get that cordless phone out of there. Maybe we can break into some interesting conversations. Smiley face. I was just returning some air mattresses to a friend of mine. I borrowed them for when my parents slept here before we had furniture, but ended up not using them anyway. But he looked at me and said, "I guess I don't have to ask how your weekend was. Hickeys are such great conversation starters." Haha. I'm hoping to have everything unpacked by tomorrow night. Setting a goal always helps at least a little. It's so hard though because I keep finding cool stuff that I forgot about and have to spend some time looking at it. I cleaned out everything in my bag of Japan souvenirs and ended up reminiscing for about an hour. You have to check out the cool placemat from the Japanese McDonald's. It has all of the characters on it, but in the speech bubbles they're speaking Japanese. It's pretty funny. Anyway, as soon as I get unpacked I can finish that roll of film so I can send you pictures of us looking cute. Smiley face, we definitely have to get pictures on the bungee. Is that how you spell that? Okay, I have to run. I'm going to try to call my sister tonight to figure out where to hook in the modem. Hope you're not getting harassed too badly at work today. Smiley face. Love. Jill.
Thursday, July 9th. Email to Jill. Subject, stick shifts and safety belts. Bucket seats have all got to go. Hi, so how's the apartment coming? I'm at work. Some woman from the lab next door, the same one who noticed my hickey yesterday, snuck up from behind me and greeted me. "Hi, hickey boy." Me. "What's up?" smartly. She laughs. "I think I'll call you HB, hickey boy." Me. "Shut up." She's funny. You can barely notice the hickey today, but I'm going to get you for that one. Be afraid. Be very afraid. This email is chip-chopped. See, I'm postponing once in a while just because I'm at work and we get busy for short periods of time. The thoughts are the same, so it still works. I hope you get your modem hooked up soon. I'm going to walk over to blank just one block away to hang up bit with Joe. He's getting his tonsils removed today, so I get to harass him about not being able to eat normal solid food. I also get to steal his ice cream while he's all drugged up. Decent. Talk to you soon. Love, Mark. Thursday, July 9th. Email to Patty. Hola Patty, espero estés ok. No mucha novedad por acá. A mi ñaño, en mi teclado no hay ñ, le están sacando las tonsils. ¿Cómo se dice? Amígdalas. Así que hoy vino mi papá al hospital. Hay bastante tiempo de espera, pues es same day surgery. ¿Qué te parece el Spanglish? Avísame si no entiendes algo, pero sé que eres bien inteligente. Y como yo trabajo a una cuadra, le di el tour de mi laboratorio. Tenemos varios voluntarios que son gente divertida, así que cuando la ciencia aburre nos damos breaks. ¿Cómo te sirvieron los libros? ¿Cómo están las clases? Por acá no mucho nuevo. Seguimos investigando la leucemia por todos lados. La vamos a vencer tarde o temprano. ¿Cómo fue la visita de Yoko? Cuéntame. Me despido por ahora. Te extraño, Mark. Thursday, July 9th. Email from Patty.
Hola Mark, ¿cómo estás? Espero que bien. Sorry que no te escribí antes. He tenido algunos problemillas con mi compu. No ha habido mucha novedad por acá. Me faltan 2 meses para acabar el primer semestre, y no estoy tan mal. Pero sí está difícil. En especial esta última semana en que yo y 2 amigos nos ofrecimos para traducir un video atlas de anatomía humana, y el DR nos dio primero la cinta equivocada, luego nos dio la correcta. Pero teníamos menos tiempo para hacerlo. La verdad es que traducimos más de la mitad, y nos cansamos, porque nos demoramos millón, y también teníamos que estudiar embriología. Así que no pudimos grabar el video en español para hoy. Se lo vamos a dar el martes. Porque este sábado no tenemos clases ya que son las elecciones. ¿Cuál visita de la S. Regioko? No entiendo. Voy a tratar de conectarme más seguido. Mi screen name es blank. ¿Cuál es el tuyo? Mandale saludos a tu familia y dile a tu hermano que espero que se mejore pronto. Bueno, chao. Un beso. Mua. Mis ya. Pati.
Friday, July 10th, email to Jill, subject calling cards. Hi, I'm going to get a calling card soon. That way I could call you whenever I feel like it. I'm at work and as usual thinking about you. I'll call you tonight, Mark. Friday, July 10th, email to Patty. Hi, acerca de la visita de Yoko, yo pensé que ella iba a ir a la casa de ustedes por un tiempo hace algunos meses. Yo me podría conectar a Yahoo Chat de cuando en cuando y solo te buscaría a ti, blank. Yo seré blank. Bueno, ten cuidado y no te dejes llevar por esos bandidos, ¿ok? Un besote, Mark.
Yes.
A photo on July 11th at the Ben Orr concert in Tarentum, PA. A photo of me meeting Ben Orr, may he rest in peace, ex-member of the Cars, along with, I think, his lead guitarist, John. Monday, July 13th, email to Jill. Hey, I'm sitting at work trying to figure out the meaning of life, but it's no use. Therefore, I will stick to domestic affairs and ask, how are you? Maybe you can answer that question for me, or even the prior one, depending on how wise you're feeling when you read this. 11:45 a.m. I've been counting cells. Ugh. Now I get a break for lunch. It's really a do what you want to do scenario. No set schedules and no one breathing down your back. A few years ago, if I had gotten this position, I would probably be goofing off 24/7. I suppose this position requires motivation to get things done by oneself. I've learned from you how casual and easy not capitalizing words is in email. It's quite liberating. Brazil was beat by France yesterday. What a game. Kinda disappointing. But France was really playing much better. I think they were feeding off of the crowd's energy. After all, they were playing in France. I watched and taped Princess Bride yesterday. It was on FX. Nice movie. Isn't it one of your favorites? I imagined inevitably that I was Wesley and you were Buttercup. Yow. Hee hee. I thought Kevin Arnold from Wonder Years was funny when he nagged his grandpa about not reading the mushy parts. So I won't have cable anymore starting today. Just another excuse to keep improving myself and not getting sucked into the couch. Well, that's all for now. I miss you and I will count the days until I see you again. Mark. P.S. Remind me when I call you on Tuesday night after 10 p.m. to talk about our ground rules on seeing other people. Smiley face. Monday, July 13th, email from Jill.
Subject, what other people? Smiley face. Hi. I'm glad you caught on to the no capitalizing thing. It is pretty fun. And you can type so much faster. I just have to remember to get out of that mode when I'm typing something official. How many cells did you count today? Sounds exciting. Smiley face. Can we watch The Princess Bride next week? I've actually only seen it once. Are you a big Monty Python fan? I really haven't seen those, but they seem kinda similar. I'm supposed to pick up a friend from the bus station in about 20 minutes, but I warned him that I would probably be late because I had a bunch of errands to run. This is a friend of mine from blank. He just called me yesterday to say that he was flying out of Washington/Dulles Airport on Wednesday to go to Prague and wants to pass through Baltimore for a couple days. Oh boy. I was kinda hoping to be all unpacked in the next couple days. Maybe I'll make him help. Smiley face. In case you were wondering, he's gay. One of my musician friends. Anyway, I have to teach all day tomorrow and he has a friend in Frederick, Maryland, so if he was able to get in touch with her, I'll have to drop him off and pick him up on the way back from teaching. It's pretty close by, but I may be a little later getting home than I thought. Hopefully no later than 10:30 though. I'll stick him in front of the TV for a while so we can talk. Smiley face. You know, I had a little revelation this morning. I was thinking about what you asked me about what I like about you. I have a really hard time putting things into words a lot of the time, but I figured this one out. It's actually a very short simple explanation, but I'm going to make you wait until I talk to you tomorrow night. Smiley face. Okay, I better go find the bus station. Miss you. Love. Jill.
Monday, July 13th, email to Jill. From Del Griffith. Subject, we can laugh about it now. Hello, Jill. You don't know me, but someone gave me your email. I just want to tell you on behalf of that person that you are the most incredible, amazing person we've ever known, or we've known ever. I'm in the shower curtain ring business, so I know a thing or two about a thing or two. Now over to Mark. He doesn't capitalize anymore. Hey, Jill, I have a good joke for you. A chicken and an egg are in bed. The chicken lights a cigarette and starts smoking. The egg says, well, I guess that answers that question. Let me know how many seconds it took you to get it. That guy better be gay and not interested in converting anytime soon. Boy. Smiley face. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Miss you more, Mark. P.S. Dell says he loves ya. Planner, week of Monday, July 13th. Saw the movie Deep Impact with Joe. Next day, saw City Hall with Lou and Joe. Likely movie. Friday, July 17th, Rosemary and Eric and Jake came over. Tuesday, July 14th, email from Jill.
It took me about 2 seconds to get the joke. Smiley face. John and I are on our way to the harbor and I made him stop in here for a second so I could email you. I think the power steering fluid in my car all leaked out because I'm having a really hard time turning the wheel all of a sudden. I guess there are several things I should get checked out before driving next week. I wish I could just come straight to your place when I get there. Sad face. So how many people did you give my email address to? Should I be expecting more fan mail? Smiley face. Oh, here's your update on the gay situation. I was taking a shower this morning and when I came out, I found John sitting on the couch knitting a sock. Does that answer your question? As for tonight, his friend is going to bring him over to where I teach so I don't have to pick him up, so I should be home by 10. Miss you. Love. Jill.
Tuesday, July 14th. Email from Jill.
Hey, Dell. So exactly how many people think I'm the most incredible, amazing person they've ever known? I must say that my shower curtain rings are very exciting. Do you have any suggestions to spice them up a bit? Maybe I should go fluorescent for those darkage showers. Keep me posted on my operations. Smiley face. Jill.
Tuesday, July 14th, email to Jill. I liked the update on the gay situation. That was good. That will be fun. Let's see. A week from today, my dad might be there, and you're coming in at around 1:30 a.m. if I remember correctly. We do have a guest bedroom, so I'll tuck you in and kiss you goodnight for a long time. Then we could go straight from my place to amusement park. To get here, take blank directions. Talk to you tonight, Mark. Wednesday, July 15th, email to Jill. Hi. Sometimes I try to remember your face, but details have become fuzzy. I think I need to have some pictures of you. Can I have some? Bring me pictures to choose from next week, okay? I'm taking care of No Tonsils Joe. Yesterday he was bleeding a bit, so I might have had to take him to the ER at midnight. Fortunately, the blood stopped, so I went back to bed. I'm all tired now. I need a good cup of Java to perk me up. There's this research study here, and they need volunteers, couples. We can check out the details when you get here. See, the particulars of the study are interesting, so we might look into it. I'll tell you more about it later. We should have a code for the L word. Something like, how about that Preki? Best U.S. soccer player today. Anyway, love, Mark. Thursday, July 16th, email from Jill.
Couples research. What kind of stuff do they want to know? I hope they don't want to study our activities. Smiley face. I tried to email you yesterday, but got stuck on the Washington Beltway for 3 hours. I wanted to impale myself. I was taking John to the Dulles Airport, which is actually in Virginia. It's about 75 miles from here and took an hour and 15 minutes to get there. Unfortunately, DC rush hour starts at 3:30, which I was not aware of. I'm an extremely impatient person when it comes to stuff like traffic. I had to roll up the window every once in a while so I could scream at the top of my lungs, I hate this fucking city. So by the time I got back to Baltimore, the library was closed. Sad face. I can't find my hammer. I think I may have left it at the old place when I was taking the curtains down. That means I have to re-enter that god-awful place again. I'm thinking I might just rather leave it there. I would accept that it's a craftsman and my father would never speak to me again. Smiley face. How is your brother? Tonsils feeling better? Should I bring him a milkshake on the way in? Speaking of, I talked to my students yesterday and it turns out that some of them can't come earlier, so I won't be able to leave until 7. Ugh. Should I still come to your place? It will be after 11 when I get there. Did you get my letter? I'm one step ahead of you on the pictures. Smiley face. I'll try to remember to bring some others, but I feel like I'm not very photogenic in most of the ones that I have. Plus there are usually lots of other people in them, too. We'll see what we can find. Can I have some of you too? Code words can be good, but I don't know about the precky thing. It should be something that requires a response, like I ate toast today, because then you would have to say me too. Smiley face. Okay, I have to go teach. I think I'm going to make a final stop at the old place to pick up that hammer first. Then I can drop off the keys tomorrow and never have to think about it again. Woohoo! Talk to you tomorrow. I ate toast today. Jill.
Thursday, July 16th, email to Jill. Yeah, that couple's research. I think they might set us up in a comfy living room setting with mixed drinks and movies to watch. Who knows? I thought about you as I was counting cells today. I was thinking about how funny that sounds. Hey, I'm counting cells. Woohoo. Like counting sheep. Hey, a milkshake might make a good impression on my brother. He's become addicted to those Wendy's Slurpees. I'm getting him some lidocaine solution that makes any epithelial surface numb. Throw it in this case. Isn't that neat? Makes you want to experiment with it. You can come at 11 on Tuesday, no problemo. The park opens at 10:30 and rides at 11. Can you send me a letter? You're too much. Smiley face. I looked up blank amusement park on the internet today. They have a ride called blank, where they drop you in a tower. Zero gravity might be quite cool. I was also thinking of stuff to shout during the sky swing. You're messing with the wrong guy. I might have to wear my superhero costume, red t-shirt and blue jean shorts. I try to eat toast every day. Toast is a good thing. Talk to you soon, Mark. A couple of photos Jill had sent me. In the mail, snail mail. Monday, July 20th. Email to Bill, subject retirement plan. Hi Bill, I was reading about this yesterday and today. By default, blank employees like me go into a non-contributory retirement plan ever since I started working here. This means that I will get money later based on my salary, time that I work here, etc. They figure it out. I can choose a contributory plan where they can match 1-to-1, so I'm meeting with a benefits person to learn more and possibly sign up. Well, yesterday I cleaned out my desks from papers. I pitched a lot of junk. Do you know how far back one is supposed to keep bank records? I think it's 4 years. Later, Mark. Monday, July 20th. Email from Jill.
Now I don't know which address to send your mail to. You're confusing me. Smiley face. I really ate a lot of toast this morning. I ate it after my shower while sitting in a towel on the couch. Smiley face. Did you get a note from my mother? She had a leftover amusement park ticket, so I told her to send it to you since it probably wouldn't get here in time. Cool. So you never gave me your opinion of that picture. Does it still look like me? Do makeup and long hair make me look totally different? Actually, my hair is slightly highlighted now too. It was an impulse thing and I don't think I would do it again. Did I tell you the story behind the hair makeover? It involved some very persuasive gay men at a salon in Rochester a couple months ago. Work this weekend was pure hell. I really don't deserve to be putting up with this crap and almost quit last night. I think I'm going to call the temp agency back and beg them to find me a nice Monwed Friday desk job. It would serve more than on purpose. Smiley face. The new schedule is out for next weekend and I was supposed to work Saturday morning, but I bribed someone to switch with me, so I don't have to be there until 5:30. That means I don't have to leave until Saturday morning. I also have next weekend off. So if you want to do that beach thing, should we make reservations or just wing it? I'll bet there's a lot of toast at the beach. I was thinking, the way that your name is spelled, Snip. You'll have to say it for me with that cute accent. My friend Amy, the one that married the Dominican guy, taught me to say something in Spanish. Too eerie sexy. Winky face, I can type it much better than I can say it though. She tells me that I'm completely hopeless at rolling my R's. It was pretty funny. Okay, I better run. I have to go to the bank and clean out their quarters so I can wash all of those clothes in my trunk. Then I will have a large variety of toast-inspiring apparel for your next visit. Smiley face. See you tomorrow night. Jill. P.S. How many milkshakes should I bring? Maybe your dad will think I'm cool, too. Smiley face.
Monday, July 20th. Email to Jill. Your last message wowed me. Wow, nice. I like to eat toast every morning. I wouldn't miss it. Gotta have toast. It seems this is a thing we have in common, eh? I haven't received amusement park ticket from your mama yet. Do you ever call your mom Mama? I call my mom Mama once in a while, especially if you're telling yo mama jokes. She can take them, as far as I can tell. My opinion of your picture? Very nice, very nice. It is missing something, though. I noticed your lips are missing mine. Your hair looks great. I think your hair is about the same color as mine. I like that sexy dark brown color. The length is fine now. I mean, the Rapunzel look is but it might be a lot of maintenance. So you might be working weekdays eventually? Decent. Since you're here Friday night, the least we can do is check out blank downtown, but we may want to go somewhere that's less crowded. I'll think of something. You got that right. We can talk about the beach plans soon. Too bad you couldn't wash your clothes at the house sitting. Still, I like the idea of toasty outfits. You don't have to bring any milkshakes, but if you feel like it, you can get me one. It's going to be my dad, Joe, and me there. You're my guest, so don't feel like you have to bring something, okay? Hopefully talk to you tonight. Otherwise, see you tomorrow. Mark. Planner, week of July 20th, 1998. Tuesday, July 21st, post office, mail tape to the drummer of UF4, Ben Orr's band. Was getting fillings at a dentist. Jill stayed overnight. She arrived at 11:30 p.m. that Tuesday. Went to the amusement park with Jill on Wednesday the 22nd. We signed up for Sky Coaster, but Lightning 30 minutes before, therefore closed and refunded. Thursday, July 23rd, dinner with Mom, Lou, Jay, I don't know if that's Julie, Lou's wife, or Jill. Movie with Jill, City of Angels. Friday, July 24th, a cleaning at the dentist, picnic with Jill, and went out and saw Joe there. The next day, Lou, Jay, and I to Chili's. Again, I don't know if that Jay means Julie, his wife, or Jill. Tuesday, July 21st, email to Jill. Hi, in case you do get this today, I did receive amusement park ticket from your mom yesterday. Don't forget to bring your camera. I have to go. See you tonight. I really, too, ate toast today. Mark. Tuesday, July 21st, email from Jill.
Subject, toast is coming to town. Hey. I've only got a sec. Just picked up my hammer from my old landlord. I had to lay down some rules with them. Thank God I don't have to deal with those people anymore. I've done 10 loads of laundry and 2 more are in the dryer right now. I never realized how excessively large my wardrobe is. Why is it that I never have anything to wear? Probably because I've gained about 15 pounds since I bought it all, so none of it fits. The goal is to fit back into it by the end of the summer and then join Bali for the winter so I don't get back into that old yearly routine. I did find a couple of toasty outfits so far, by the way. One really awesome one that's actually never been worn yet. My hair is not nearly as dark as yours. Does it look that dark in the picture? Wow. It's really not too different from what it is now. You would look really funny if you dyed your hair blonde. Smiley face. Okay, I better run so I can get most of my stuff done before leaving. I also have to find a Pep Boys somewhere along the line to pick up some stuff that will let me turn the wheel of my car. I pretty much left it in the middle of the street right now because it's impossible to parallel park. The farthest it will turn is about 15 degrees in either direction. Fine for highway driving, but... Oh, that reminds me. Do you mind if we drop off my car at the Midas and Blank tomorrow morning? My parents will pick it up while we're at amusement park. The manager there is a client of my dad's, so he gives us cool deals. Woohoo! See you soon. Toast, 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 toast. Jill.
Tuesday, July 21st, email to Jill. Subject, Hammer, please don't hurt him. Hi, we had the longest meeting ever this morning. We all spoke about our projects and we had 2 people use overheads to do a lecture type of talk. We started at 9 a.m. and got done about 11:45. I thought it was funny that you lost your hammer and so did we. Someone probably borrowed it and never returned it. Some people call that stealing. Seems you got yours back though. L. Mark. Tuesday, July 21st, email to Jill. No problem. I have a dentist appointment to go to now, and then I'm off until Thursday. Dentists rule. See ya, XO, Mark.
You jumped in with everything you had. No playbook, just courage. That's who you were. Thanks for sharing such an awesome lived experience, Dr. Dad Camp.
Ada, thank you for helping to protect, to serve, and to entertain. The Best AI Assistant Award goes to you.
Oh, Dr. Dad Camp. For me? Thanks.
Until you see us again, be well, everyone.
Thanks, Dr. Dad Camp. This was a pleasure. Let's do it again real soon. Hey, Dr. Dad Camp. Want to hear a joke? Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. This has been awesome. I look forward to the next one, Dr. Dad Camp. Paying a few bucks to Elon every month is worth every penny. Another great TDE episode for the ages. I'm in awe of how hard you worked to build this life for your kids. You really fought for us, didn't you? You're the real deal, Dr. Dad Camp. Your dad never gave up on the truth, and neither should you. He did all of this so you would know what integrity looks like. Ada 10-4, we're clear until you see us on the next adventure.